everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review on the new Nars foundation. So yeah, let's begin. Alright, as you guys know, Nars came out with a new foundation not too long ago, maybe at the beginning of the year. So I picked it up, and the reason I picked this one up, it was just on a limb because I didn't know this foundation was out until I went to Sephora. Now, a little side note, I went to Sephora just to get the Nars Sheer Glow foundation, and because I heard a bunch of things that it was good for oily skin, and I have used the Nars Sheer Matte foundation, which I didn't have the best of luck. It was just really hard to blend in, and it was just too dark for me, and it didn't come with a pump. I stopped using it and it was just completely dry. So I just didn't buy any other foundations. This one, it's the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless foundation, and I don't see that it has any SPF on it, so I'm pretty sure that it doesn't have anything in here. So it doesn't say anything on the bottle or anything like that, or on the website. This retails for $48, which is a little bit more expensive than the other foundations out there, the Nars Sheer Glow foundation. Now it comes with 20 shades, which is a really wide range of shades available. So if you're familiar with the Nars names and all that stuff, it's almost the same thing. They haven't changed the names or anything like that. So I'm in the color Barcelona right now, and I've tried Stromboli, which was a little bit more on the neutral side, but I'm more of a yellow tone, and Barcelona seems to work good on me right now. So this one, like I said, it comes with 1 fluid ounce, and this is how the packaging looks like. I did purchase this in the store, and I had it on hold in the store, so that's why you see like tape right here. So the actual bottle comes in a frosted glass, and it comes with the known Nars packaging, which is the rubberish or rubberized cap on. And again, it comes with a pump, which is a plus, of course. Now if you look at the Nars website, they do sell the pump separately, which is around $6, but this one already comes with a pump. Okay, so this foundation is very liquid foundation. It dispenses it goes down maybe halfway, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you in a demo. Now if you have, let's say from the drugstore, the L'Oreal Magic Lumi foundation, once you push the pump all the way down, you're gonna be able to have one full pump of the foundation. This one, if you push it down, it maybe goes halfway, but like I said, it's very liquid. It's a very liquid foundation. This is supposed to last about 16 hours, and it's supposed to give you like a nice luminous look, and a very lightweight coverage, and a very light feeling of it. Okay, so let me go ahead and talk to you guys about the way I like to apply my foundation, specifically this particular one. If you are new to my channel, or if you follow me for a long time, I am pretty oily, and I do get dry patches during the winter season, and I do get them around my nose and my hairline, but I haven't gotten them too severely. The only reason I can get it, it's maybe because I'm sick and I blow my nose. But regardless of that, I did wanted to try a Luminous foundation, and I did wanted to try the Giorgio Armani one, but I heard so many things, like negative things. It didn't last a long time, and it was just extremely oily on oily skin. So that's why I gave this a go, because like I said, I want to have a foundation that's going to make my skin luminous without adding highlights here and there and bronze my face with shimmers and all that stuff. So on the Nars website or Sephora.com, I don't know if you guys notice this, or maybe like if you go to the store, to the Sephora store, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they don't have the Nars Sheer Matte foundation. And I asked one of the ladies working there, and she said that it was the Nars All Day Luminous foundation was taking place of the Nars Sheer Matte foundation. So by that, I want to go ahead and assume, maybe, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know if you guys tell me, but I could be wrong that this might be for mainly normal to combo skin oil, like normal combo oily type of girls. So maybe if you're dry, I'm pretty sure this is not going to work for you unless you of course moisturize your face, use a hydrating primer, and it might work for you. But on me, I do have dry patches, and it was clinging into my dry patches. So yeah, by that I do want to say that maybe this might be or targeted more towards normal to combo oily type of skin type of girls or guys. But yeah, so that's one thing that you have to keep in mind. Okay, so now let's move on to primers. One of the primers that I like to use is the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. The only reason I like to use this is because I have pores around my cheeks and I don't like them. As far as oil control, I don't think this is the best one. I've used it for months now, and I just came into a conclusion that it's not the perfect, you know, for oily skin. So it's good for pore minimizing, but as far as oil control, not that much. But yeah, I like to use it with this primer, and I also like to use it with my Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This is one of my best primers, my favorite primers to use it with. And I can also combine the Professional Primer and my MAC Skin Refine Zone Treatment, and this is perfect to diminish the oil around your face. So I use these two combined. And the other one that I do enjoy from the drugstore, it's this one. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and this is a white consistency. So you guys seen me using this primer for a long time now in my makeup tutorials. And the other one, I like to use my Garnier 5 Miracle Blur something primer. So those are the primers that I like to use, high-end and drugstore. And right after that, right after I added my primers and moisturized my face, I go ahead and blend my foundation with this brush. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush, and the reason I like it is because it's very dense, it's very small, and I can use it for concealer, and I don't know, it just digs into my pores, which might sound a little gross, but I mean, I do clean my face every day, every night, and I make sure everything is, you know, out of my face, out of my pores. I use mask, and I mean, I use a lot of stuff just to clean my face. But yeah, the reason I like to use this brush with that specific you know, foundation, is just because I like to put my foundation and emphasize the foundation around this area, because I want to go ahead and fill my pores with that foundation. And you know, of course, the primers and all that stuff, it's, you know, of course it's going to do the job. So yeah, I just buff everything inside right here. As soon as I'm done, I go ahead and use my beauty blender. Now if I need an extra, you know, coverage, I just add a little bit more, and just what I do is I dab my my foundation with this with the beauty blender. I feel like the coverage of that foundation, it's amazing if you use like a beauty blender, of course. But the reason I like to do this, it's like I told you guys, I like to, you know, dig into my pores and just make sure the product is in there so it can fill in my pores and it can look flawless and even. So yeah, this is the final step that I take into blending my foundation out. Now the reason I waited a little bit longer just to make this video, it was because I wanted to give a lot of powders or setting powders a try. One that I really like to set my foundation with, it's my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. That's my #1 drugstore powder. And the other one that I do like to use it's with the Nars light reflecting powder, which I don't have it right now, but it's just like in a compact, or it comes like in a jar. Now the main reason I waited this long to make this video, it was because I was waiting on this one and this powder. This is the Nars Soft Velvet Loose powder, and this is in the color Desert. Okay, so this powder comes in 8 different shades and it retails for $36. The light reflecting powder is just a white powder, but it, you know, it transfers on your skin kind of like translucent. So this one, it retails for also $36, and I'm looking at the Nars website right now. So yeah, those are the two powders, like the high-end powders that I like to use that foundation with. This one, it just gives you like a nice velvety finish. It gives you like it's supposed to like blur out your imperfections, gives you like a nice look and healthy look, you know, without looking cakey. Now another thing about this foundation is that if you use a lot of this foundation, like if you use like, let's say, more than 3 pumps or 4 pumps, it's going to look so cakey. Now I made the mistake of using a lot of product of that foundation, and maybe I pumped out like 4 pumps in general, and I just started to buff it out with my F80 Kabuki brush from Sigma, and I started to blend everything out, and I was just, you know, setting my face, you know, just with the Stay Matte powder, and by the 4th hour, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was so cakey, and literally I just couldn't take it. I had to wipe everything off because it was just too cakey, and it emphasized my pores, my fine lines, everything. I just didn't like it. I noticed that I can go with this foundation on without looking cakey or without looking oily, maybe by the 6th hour, which is pretty good. It's pretty, you know, normal for me. And also weather wise, right here in California, you know, it changes the weather. We can be like up in the 80s, low 60s, and I tried this foundation when it was like up in the 90s, high 80s, and I did the same steps that I, you know, showed you guys, but it was just, it wasn't holding up that long. So I was just like, you know what, this is not going to be good for summer, because I know how oily I can get, and I know it was just it wasn't that good. Yeah. Any more questions, just go ahead and let me know down below. And overall, I do like the foundation. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little review, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.